Yo, what is poppin', my guys? It is your boy Ash Lee, and I'm coming at you with our first game of the IBA D1. So this is actually week 6 of the season. We are currently 2-3 right now, and I'm really excited about the Mons on this team. This is a really cool looking team. Now, our matchup this week is against Omega Jolteon and the Chicago Caracostas, and it's got a very scary matchup. That Mamoswine looks down pretty much everything on my team straight in the eyes and says, why don't you just come at me? Because that boy is very, very scary, as well as a Salamence that can set up. And Mega Heracross, my first draft game I ever lost was to a Mega Heracross, so I got a little bit of PTSD from that. But let's go ahead and talk about the team a little bit so you can kind of see what I was thinking with bringing all these different sets. Now, I don't think this is the best prep I've ever brought, but it almost never is. So you can't be too hard on yourself when you don't bring the perfect prep. So this is Genie Boy, the Landorus I, very excited to be using it. Life Orb, Sand Force, HP Ice, Sludge Bomb, Focus Blast, and Earth Power. It is EV'd to outspeed. I can't remember what it was EV'd to outspeed, but I know it outspeeds everything on this team if it doesn't set up. Like before Omastar sets up a Shell Smash, if Mamoswine is Scarf, it doesn't outspeed, I don't think, but it does get Ice Shard, so I don't think he'll need to be Scarfed because Ice Shard does such good work against my team. And then yeah, it outspeeds pretty much everything, and hopefully we'll just lay down some good damage across the board. So next up we get Scolipede, that stick with Black Sludge, Speed Boost. This is a nice little spread devised by some of the guys from the MLP server. So shout out for the elite spreads. We have Mega Horn, Baton Pass, Rock Slide, and Protect on here. I ran Protect just to get the speed boost up. Obviously, being able to Baton Pass into something is going to be nice because obviously a lot of these things on my team which could definitely use the speed. Maybe something like Mega Banette can start laying down some serious knockoffs, and if there's such thing as like a Scarfer or something like that, it can put my boys like Landorus and what's his name? I'm sorry, Noivern down up there past the Scarfers as well. So I like that tech. Rock Slide is nice because it hits Heracross and Salamence as well. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much all. That's not a whole lot to this set. Mostly just to pass speed and all that. We have Mega Banette. This is spooky. Its ability starts as Frisk, then obviously gets Prankster. This is max HP, max defense because I'm still working on getting better at doing defensive Mon spreads. That's going to come in time of just analyzing a team and kind of knowing what I need. But for right now, I just did what I thought was best for this particular matchup. I didn't want to make the guy wait like a super long time to play me. Has Will-O-Wisp, Knockoff, Destiny Bond, and Pain Split. Fairly standard Mega Banette set. Next up we have Quavo, the Scrafty with Life Orb, Moxie, Knockoff, Drain Punch, Ice Punch, and Dragon Dance. So I really like Scrafty. You'll see a Little Cup live coming up in the next couple days that has me using Scraggy in Little Cup. And I just love the Dragon Dance. I love Dragon Dancing with this Mon. Its coverage is so cool, and it always feels nice when you pull off the big sweep with the Scrafty. So obviously his Primarina is going to give me some problems because I didn't run Poison Jab, but if we can somehow get rid of that Primarina before the Scrafty needs to start sweeping, I have pretty good faith that this thing will put in some heavy work across this whole team. Next up we have Explosion, the Electrode. It is 236 speed. It outspeeds everything on his team, which is awesome because you don't even have to run Timid or anything. It just automatically outspeeds. We're running Modest. It has Volt Switch, Foul Play, Hidden Power, Ice, and Thunderbolt. Foul Play is nice if I'm forcing a switch like to that Mamoswine. That Foul Play is going to hit it for very heavy, and hopefully lay some good dents on anything trying to switch in. Primarina you won't see switching in, but and Skuntank probably can switch in pretty safely because we're not packing Hidden Power Ground, but not a whole lot else wants to take that Foul Play, not from that fast Electrode. Finally, it also has Static, because we play that game. We like those games. We have Infiltrator Noivern. I was worried about him possibly setting up a sub with the Heracross, setting up a sub with just anything really in general. I really don't like Mons they can set up the sub. And seeing as I already had a Friskmon, I didn't feel like 2 Friskmons were necessary. So I went ahead and decided to go with Choice Specs Noivern with Infiltrator, Draco Meteor, Flamethrower, U-Turn, and Hurricane with enough speed to outspeed Salamence. So that's just a nice little team preview there for you. And we're just gonna go ahead and pop right into this game. So hopefully we do good. I'm excited. I'm not as stoked about my prep as I could be. But here we go. So here for turn 1, I'm going to go for the Draco Meteor. I don't want to risk this thing shell smashing up. And thankfully, he just goes for rocks. He was probably assuming that I might switch or something. Or maybe this is just his suicide lead. I don't know. But I'm, again, not taking any chances on the shell smash. Because I don't have anything scarfed. And just decided to go straight for another Draco Meteor. Now, I could take one Ice Shard. But I didn't want to. And as you can see, I should have stayed in. Because he makes the really smart play and predicts and goes for Earthquake. That's some D1 plays right there. So we're gonna go right here and try and Pain Split as he goes into his Skuntank, which is actually immune to Prankster. However, it's not immune to Destiny Bond, so I go ahead and pop the Destiny Bond, but the Pursuit doesn't kill me. It leaves me on 3%. However, he is just gonna crunch and take that one to the bank. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. It was going kind of fast. So here we're going to go into our boy Loudpack from Noivern, and he's going to go right back out into Mamoswine. So there was a very small chance that I could live this, and I didn't really want to switch this into anything. I didn't want to switch anything else into this. So I went ahead and sacked that off and decided here to go into my Scolipede, trying to bluff having Earthquake or something of that nature. So I thought he was going to try and test the water and Earthquake me. So I went for the Protect, but instead he's just going to go right out to Salamence, give me a -1 attack, and making it a bad idea to pass some speed into Scrafty. So I definitely should have gone Landorus here instead of going for the Rock Slide, but due to my calcs, it was going to do 33%, right? I don't outspeed Salamence after a Dragon Dance with Landorus at +1, so I decided to go for the Rock Slide. But as you can see on Salamence Connect, that only does 19%. He is running a very, very bulky Salamence, which is super unfortunate because I'm -1. I did my calcs. Even at -1, I should have been doing 30% with my Rock Slide. So here, instead of baton passing that attack drop, I am just going to go into Electrode, which is kind of a moot point, as he's just going to predict something and go for the Dragon Dance again. Earthquake my Electrode, which definitely, you know, no surprise there. He has to pack that. Obviously, an HP Ice is going to take him out from that range. I'm going to go right here into Genie Boy, the Landorus, hoping that I can live any hit that he goes for. But unfortunately, he is packing Z-Fly and is going to hit me full force with the Supersonic Sky Strike and knock out my Landorus Eye before it can really do anything. So we've allowed the Salamence to get to +2/+2, and it really is not looking good for the Goofy Gang here. We're definitely struggling. So here he calls my Protect very, very well and goes for Fly. So that is a really smart play. I really wish I would have done literally anything else that turn, but instead I protected, so I had to try and go for the double, and he actually knocks me cold out. Obviously knocks me cold out. So it's unfortunate that I didn't get the double, but I also will never ever expect to get a double. I'll never go for a double unless I actually need to. So here he's gonna fly again as I go for the Ice Punch. I really should have gone for the Dragon Dance there and Dragon Danced again here, because as you can see, he missed the Fly. And so I am at +1, or I should have at least Ice Punched right there, you know, gotten some damage off, possibly gotten the crit. But no, he played very smart with his flies. He made a lot of really good plays in this game. He like Earthquaking on the Noivern, predicting me switching out into Electrode, I think it was. Just in general, getting the Salamence in the mid game. I guess he made it the late game, but at the point it was in mid game. Getting the Salamence in the mid game and knowing it was safe to Dragon Dance up. Great pep prep on a Mega Jolt's part. I really liked the game, man. It was a good game. I definitely got tossed 4-0. I never like losing 4-0, but it was nice to see the kind of level that I'll be playing at, you know. This is much different than D2. A lot of the plays that he made were like very, like, they were thinking ahead, thinking of the game as a whole, and that makes me really excited for the level of competition that I'm going to be facing here. So, because, you know, that's what we do on my channel, guys. We get excited when we face competition, and when we lose, we try and grow and get better, and I hope that you guys will do that with me. But anyway, that's all we have for this week. That is a good game to Omega Jolteon. We are now at 2-4 in the league, I think, and while that's not the worst record I've ever had, it's not the best, and I'm trying to improve it. So hopefully next week we will be coming at you with a big fat dub for the record books. So y'all like, comment, subscribe, all the bullshit, you know how it goes, and peace. Have a good one.